Sup YouTube, welcome back to another video showcasing your battles. Today's battles are brought courtesy of the one and only Firestar, a man who really needs no introduction. He placed 7th at the Charlotte Regionals. He's an incredibly talented battler, and today he's bringing us a team in the Spring Cup featuring Walrein, G-Weezy, and Trevenant. Without further delay, let's get into these battles. Again, he's an incredibly talented battler. I think he's around the expert range in terms of elo right now. He's probably hit legend by now, but he did submit these battles to me and I wanted to showcase them in case you guys want to climb with a really strong team. Featuring, yes, two of the top Pokemon in the Spring Cup in G-Weezy and Trevenant, but a not so top pick in Walrein, who has some pretty good play against a lot of the mons you see in the meta. So we're up against Alolan Ninetales. He tried to make a catch here, failed to catch, but I think he's still going to tank some moves here. They do go for the Weather Ball instead of the... Oh, man. And the opponent makes a savage catch. That's pretty nasty. So this is now a pretty bad matchup, especially after the Overheat debuff to your attack. And I think he's just going to try to get as much damage off as he can. And this Tentacruel, unfortunately, is going to farm him all the way down. However... Oh, wow, he comes in with Trev. Okay. He's going to eat a Sludge Wave. Will he be able to farm down? He does farm down. He swaps in immediately, tries to do the CMP swap, but he does get the one-turn lag. He does successfully catch a Weather Ball, though, which is beautiful. This Ninetales has a bunch of energy. Ah, man, they do go for the Gleam. That sucks. Okay, so you have a Shadow Ball loaded in the back. Can you one-shot anything? Oof. This isn't looking too good. It looks like, yeah, okay, so we're starting the set off with a poor match, you know, a loss. But I think this should set us up for hopefully a climb. A fellow Muriel the Cowardly Walrus on the opposite end, although ours is shiny, so we get that shiny buff. There is no shiny buff for anybody that might think of that I'm being serious. We do successfully land the Earthquake, and he's going to shield. The opponent doesn't bait, so that's a lot of energy wasted, and now you're still about even energy. You're going to have to tank one regardless. But if the opponent, more often than not, they'll go for the higher move in the beginning. So usually if you're thinking about investing shields, it is a pretty safe shield. Here he throws on proper timing against the Trevenant, the Ferrothorn, and he's going to come in with the G-Weezy. He baits this time just in case they decided to catch like in the last game. Maybe feeling a little bit traumatized. I know I would be. And, oh, okay. Successfully shields up the Flash Cannon. I don't know if that would have won KO'd. Probably. I haven't played any Spring Cup matchups, so I'm not super aware of the matchups entirely. He, again, he goes straight for the Brutal Swings, which is beautiful because, I mean, he survives. But they bring in Trevenant, and this game is pretty GG's. They are going to have to throw some energy here. He's going to come back in with the G-Weezy, try to get that last shield. He does successfully get it. And I don't think he'll survive a Shadow Ball from this range. But, oh boy, this is going to be tough. Is he in Seed Bomb range? He should be. And he is. Wow, takes that game. That was pretty good. So his elo is around the 2700s. G-Weezy on the opposite end. Again, this is the strongest Pokemon for a reason. It has pretty solid coverage against just about everything, except for maybe like Lantern and Tentacruel, and some others. He is gonna bait. Oof. Ah, man, it always sucks when like the opponent calls the bait, because had you gone for that big move, like the absolute cojones on this man, to call that bait. Does a really nice undercharge. Is able to farm down. In comes Lantern. He baits. Okay, I think this might be the CMP. This time he does get the shield. It wasn't a CMP tie. The opponent can go straight for the Surf. And I think the reason he baited was because he wanted to force the Lantern to throw so that it wouldn't farm down. They swap into Mawile, and this is GG's. I think even a debuffed Overheat will KO, and the opponent knows that, so they don't invest the shield. And they realize the game is pretty much GG's, and so they top left. A big jelly on the opposite end. Let's see what he does. He comes into Galarian Weezing, seeing as he has like 2 better responses to Jellicent. Although Jellicent is a pretty, I wouldn't call it a core breaker, but it is pretty difficult to deal with this team. Straight for the overheat, not playing around, lands the nasty nuke, and throws on proper timing. Again, this man is incredibly talented. I would expect nothing less. Was that a CMP? I think that might have been a CMP tie. Ah, beautiful. Look at that, man. I need to learn more from Firestar. Submit more battles, man. Teach me your ways. He comes in with Muriel, the Cowardly Walrus. It's pink on pink crime. Correctly shields up the Shadow Ball. And then what are they coming with? A Trevenant. Okay, so you survive. Ooh, does he catch the Seed Bomb? Nasty. I love it. You love to see it. They can go straight Seed Bomb from here, but they will have to shield this Seed Bomb. Yep, he goes for the Seed Bomb if they want to survive. And I think, is this GG's? Yeah, it's GG's. Nice. Really, really nicely played. Nice catch, man. Even though you didn't really have to do the catch. That was more of a flex. But I guess, you know, once you're in the driver's seat, it is pretty safe. Safe to go for the flex catch. Here he is met by a Pelipper swap in, which also gives this G-Weezy a bit of difficulty, but honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, unless you're shielding baits. I think this can only be a Weather Ball. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, damn. Oh yeah, I was super wrong. That kind of sucks. And he's gonna farm all the way down. Almost. They didn't let him farm all the way down. The Pelipper has some energy stored. I don't know if it has a Hurricane stored though. Is he gonna make a catch? Beautiful. Very, very nice, man. Catches the Thunder. Oh my god. That is even nastier. Okay, Lantern is just gonna try to get as much chip damage as it can. I forget who wins CMP, either Pelipe or Trevenant. It looks like he's not gonna go for the CMP catch. Oh, nice. Okay, won't make it to a Shadow Ball if they shield, so goes for the double. Oof. Oof, that's nasty. I think this works though. Yeah, because now you have the Wall Rain. The Trev doesn't have too much energy, and I think you will be able to farm down before they get to the back-to-back. That Icicle Spear will KO, and it is GG's, my guy. Nice. Very nicely played, man. I'm liking these battles a lot. All right. Shadow Walrus. What do? Will he shield the first move again? He goes for the extra instead of the CMP. Just on the off chance that they catch. Again, the same thing. Like, most people tend to not bait, especially since Icicle Spear is double resisted. Only a madman would bait, and there are those people out there. I've encountered them. But it's a pretty safe shield. Wow, double shields, okay. And will the opponent return a shield? They don't. Absolutely scuffed. It would be incredibly nasty if you catch an Earthquake. I don't think he's gonna do it, but it would. Oh my god! That was beautiful. Wow. Wow, and the CMP tie. As you can see, his Mons don't have like the super greatest IVs, but they are kind of like getting there. So I think it just goes to show that if you have Pokemon that are decently built up, just use what you have. You know, that's good enough. He waited a turn there, I think. He waited a turn to make sure the Trev didn't catch, which was pretty nice. Nice advanced mechanic there. And in the back is Ferrothorn, or as oh wow, they tried to make a catch, and it's GG's. I like how what's his face? Oh man, Yasser lead says Ferrothorn. Okay, met with a pretty difficult lead, difficult swap. Can he come back from this? The only thing you can throw is Brutal Swings, since it's neutral against the Tentacruel. But if they have Sludge Wave, I think it's GG's for you. Most Tentacruels now are rocking Sludge Wave, even though Acid Spray is the recommended move. They go for the Scald, so they must be rocking Acid Spray. And I don't think you can get a massive farm down here. They were rocking Sludge Wave. That sucks. So you cannot get a massive farm down. You will have to throw some moves. You come in immediately with the Trev. They're not swapping out, which bodes well if you can correctly shield up a Flash Cannon. It's a Power Whip. That sucks. I'm not sure if he threw on proper timing there. It looks like he might have. He does bait. Oh, they call the bait. That just is the worst feeling in the world. What are they? What the hell were they doing? That's what I would call a madman. You don't want to seem desperate, so you don't shield, right? But then, like, you need to shield. The Trev would decimate freaking Lantern, as we saw. All right, a pretty neutral matchup here, I would assume, except for the energy ball, which does hit hard. Most Obamas like to bait. Oof, did you catch an energy ball? This would be super nasty. Oh my god, why? Always the betas. Freaking master baiters out there. He does farm down, sort of. He doesn't get to the overheat. That is awful. He doesn't go for the CMP, although I think maybe he was trying to. The wall rain does shield up. He's been baiting this whole time. Does he bait? No. Okay, thank God. So he will outpace, I think, to the earthquake. He will be able to get this damage off. If his switch timer is up, does he try to make another catch? No. Okay. He just he plays it safe. And now will he come in with the 1, 2, 3, 4 beautiful farm down just before they reach the icicle spear. What do they come in with? Felipe. They're gonna try to make a catch. Oh, they made the catch. He didn't wait the turn. I thought for sure he would try to wait the turn. That sucks. Does he get outpaced? I think he's gonna get outpaced. What? What? Okay, maybe I lost track of energy. I swore they would beat him to it. Again, I don't know who wins CMP, either Trevenant or Pelipper. This is a pretty solid matchup, I would assume. Sludge Wave will hit hard. You can see those poison jabs are chunking. He is gonna bait because an Earthquake would one-shot this thing. They do shield, they respect it. I think that's the shiny Tentacruel. He respects the Sludge Wave. He doesn't get sludged, which is beautiful. He waits a turn there. I think he waited a turn there to make sure that they didn't catch. Again, I think these matches are consecutive, so probably traumatized by that catch, as I would be. He does get baited. Again, he waits another turn. Beautiful. That's sort of a bit of an advanced mechanic, and it really only works if you have good Wi-Fi. If your Wi-Fi is shit, don't try it. I've tried it, and I've failed because the Pokemon stop, the animations stop on the screen, which is kind of trash. Here he sort of waited a turn, I think. He might have thrown it immediately, but he does go straight for the nuke. In comes the Trev. You're behind on energy, so you will have to throw before the Shadow Ball. His Trev does have a higher attack, so it's likely that he'll win some of the CMPs. He does get nuked right there. He reaches the Brutal Swing. Is this enough? I think it is. Trevenant is really, really glassy. It is, and he takes that win. Wow, solid understanding that he should have swapped out immediately. I probably would have panicked and stayed in and would have lost that game. So again, like, this is like just the difference in caliber of player when you just know what you're doing. Like, you know what you need to be doing in order for you to reach your win con. Like here, he makes a catch, even though he really didn't need to. He would have survived the Seed Bomb. In comes the Walrus. Does he go straight for the heat? Okay, he throws the overheat just before they reach the Earthquake. They don't respect it. And he CMPs? No way. Wow, and he CMP'd. That's insane. And they baited? Absolute savages. Absolute savages. I guess an Icicle Spear was sort of more than enough. Oh my god, please tell me. Please, 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 please. Yes, let's fucking go, my guy. Holy shit, Firestar. You didn't place 7th for no reason. He baits, which is kind of shit. I think they'll simul KO, which is beautiful. Oh man, I think I spoiled this while I was editing. He tries to call the bait here. Yeah, and he gets nuked out of existence. Really just some solid ass matchups. An excellent player, in my opinion. Again, I know I've said it twice. Placed 7th at the Charlotte Regionals. I hope he goes back. Thank you so much for submitting these battles, man. These were a lot of fun to showcase. Best of luck as you climb toward Legend. Again, this is a really, really strong team. Obviously, he's an incredibly talented player, but I think this team still works regardless. Best of luck with your battles, and I'll catch you in that next video. Peace!